Good morning, everyone. This is the Early Watch. I'm the guy who's hosting it lately, Night Strike. I got Tony here with me. Say hello,
Good
Tony.
morning, people.
Jimmy will be here. He's just running late because of circumstances. It's Jimmy. What do you expect? The Jimmy's on Jimmy time. So we got a couple things to go over this morning. So I figured we'd go over that. And then, when Jimmy gets around, Jimmy will get around, I guess. So, here. We've got some bad news coming in from Pennsylvania. The Pennsylvania governor is pushing for universal background checks. Governor Tom Wolf, a Democrat, and state lawmakers are embarking on a move to expand background checks to all gun transfers in the Keystone State. Wolf announced the initiative in a press conference Monday in conjunction with the Pennsylvania State Police to close what he termed dangerous loopholes in state law that allowed some guns to change hands, such in private face-to-face rifle sales, without background checks completed by state authorities. That's the law as far as I know, so they want to obfuscate the law. Okay, that makes sense. No, it doesn't. We should pass legislation that requires all those who wish to purchase a firearm to go through a state police background check. Universal background checks are one of the best ways we can keep weapons out of the hands of dangerous individuals, Wolf said. And that's not true either. But let's continue on. The move would increase the burden on the state's already controversial background check service. Surveys show that private gun sales account for as much as 13% of all firearms transactions. Many states since 1998 have relied on the FBI National Instant Criminal Background Check System, otherwise known as NICS, alone to conduct background checks. A minority of states, Pennsylvania included, are what is known as point of contact states, with local authorities typically using the NICS database in part to clear checks on gun sales. The Commonwealth uses what is termed the Pennsylvania Instant Check System for both licensed over-the-counter gun sales and when clearing applicants for a concealed carry permit. PICS, and that's the nickname for it, is often characterized by opponents as troublesome, drawing millions from the state's coffers while delaying gun transfers as much as 15 days, and has been subject to lengthy outages in the past. In comparison, the NICS process allows gun dealers to proceed with a transfer after a maximum of 3 days. Still acting Police Commissioner Lieutenant Colonel Robert Evanchik is in favor of upping the load on PICS in the interest of public safety. In the Commonwealth, a firearms transaction between two private parties did not require a background check if the firearm falls within certain criteria, Evanchik said. In this void in the current law, we are in support of changing. The Pennsylvania State Police encourages closing this void in the current law and requests that all firearm purchases and/or transfer of ownership require a universal background check. And that's it. And all I can say is to that acting police commissioner, fuck you. Pennsylvania State Senate, fuck you. And Pennsylvania's governor, fuck you. Did I miss anything?
Well, they keep referring back to their same old fucking talking points when those issues are not really issues at all. I mean, how many people out there in Pennsylvania are getting slaughtered by privately sold arms?
Not many, I would assume. So,
I mean, the ones that do are probably gang-related, drug-related sort of things.
Yeah, but is it just me, or are things getting worse?
Things are definitely getting worse.
And I was reading the news earlier today, and apparently the Democrats think that all of their hoo-haing right now is going to win them the elections. And if that's true, then we're actually getting closer to a civil war because if they get into power in the Senate, then we're going to be screwed. There's no if, and, or buts about it. Because they're going to get exactly what they want when they want. Because apparently, whenever it's an issue that they want to tackle first, it always gets fast tracked. But when it's an issue which the Republicans or any other parties that are in there, not many, of course, want an issue tackled, it takes for fucking ever. Have you noticed that?
They didn't get a fucking thing done on gun control when they had the House and Senate and the presidency with Obama.
Right. So, but trying to say, oh yeah, we're totally going to get the Senate and the House this next election, and we'll totally fix everything. And by fix, I mean they'll take it away. So,
well, if you look at history, it is more likely that they do take over the House and Senate. The party of the leader usually gets ousted in midterm.
Yeah. So, all right. I know most of this news is bad news, but if we don't go over it, somebody else will in the wrong light, and then it'll just go downhill from there. So we're gonna jump right back in there. Portland mayor tells student rally he'll seek citywide assault weapons ban. So Mayor Ted Wheeler, a Democrat, promised a group seeking gun control that he would work to both institute local regulations and overturn a state ban on such laws. Speaking to a group of student activists gathered outside of Portland City Hall on Friday as part of a national walkout campaign on the anniversary of the Columbine shooting, Wheeler said the youth had made a difference and he stood with them. I support a ban on assault-style weapons, he said, and cheers from the crowd, as well as bumping the age to buy all guns to 21. Both measures the mayor previously floated in a public letter addressed to the students of Portland last month. Though Wheeler may want city leaders to act on guns, state firearm preemption laws forbid local governments from regulating the sale, acquisition, transfer, ownership, possession, storage, transportation, or use of guns in any way. But the former Oregon State Treasurer and political ally of Governor Kate Brown said he is going to work on that as well. I'm going to Salem during this next legislative session, and I'm going to ask the governor and the legislator to lift the preemption in Oregon, Wheeler said. Currently, the Oregon Legislative Assembly Hall is all blue, with Democrats holding large majorities in both state House and Senate. Brown, who has received support from former New York mayor and gun control advocate Michael Bloomberg in the past, has urged lawmakers to pass a number of anti-gun bills since taking office. Great. Just great.
They can't win at the federal level, really. So they're going local.
Yeah.
They're probably going to have fairly good success at it.
Yeah, so.
Which is why letter writing for your local politicians is very fucking important, people.
Phone calling them out, that's also important. Well, granted, watch what you say to them, but hell, if you're going to get irate with them and, if you're angry at them, don't belittle them. Just remind them that when they get elected, they take an oath of office. And if they don't follow that oath, they are actively and knowingly breaking that oath. 2, also make sure that you remind them what the what the Constitution and the Bill of Rights say, instead of just letting them think that, oh, it's a privilege, it's not a right, because the Second Amendment is treated as a privilege when it's a right.
Well, simply they treat the Second Amendment as fucking Charmin.
Right. But you get what I'm saying, though. All right. What was the other one? All right. So we have to talk about the elephant in the room. Oh, there's Jimmy. There's Jimmy.
What up?
I'm going over some news articles. So Jimmy, when I'm done, you can take over. Okay.
I knew a fucking word you just said. Say it again.
Shut up and let me finish. That's what I said. All right. Everybody knows who Kyle Kashuv is, right?
Not by name.
He's the lone Parkland student that is pro Second Amendment. You know, the saving.
Not the only one.
Well, he's the only public one, apparently. But this article is Kyle Kashuv interrogated by Broward County deputies after range trip. Okay, Kyle Kashuv is a Parkland student who, just like those other shitlets, was at Douglas High School the day Nicholas Cruz murdered 17 of his classmates. And I don't like to say the name, but that's how it's stated here on here. But unlike the assholes that are trying to take away the Second Amendment, Kashuv has been a lone, persistent student in voice in favor of gun rights and Second Amendment. Despite his support for the right to keep and bear arms, Kashuv didn't own a firearm and has never fired one. That changed over the weekend when he went to the range with his father. He tweeted the stills of a video of the range session, basically just him holding an AR-15 in the downward position, shooting at the range stall. It's an indoor range, of course, but either way, he just looks happy. I mean, what's wrong? He looks like, seriously, check this out. That doesn't look threatening. That does not look threatening. But apparently, they didn't like that. So listen to this. As night follows day, he was attacked online for daring to fire an AR-15, an AR, in a safe and controlled manner. Kashuv no doubt expected the reaction and shrugged it off. But today, as the Daily Wire reports, when he returned to class, he was informed by Douglas High's principal that his range trip tweets had traumatized some of his fellow students. And the reaction didn't end there. Oh, no, it gets worse. You need to hear this, because if this is happening to him, good Lord, who knows what's going to happen to anybody else. Kashuv was pulled out of class and interrogated by 2 school resource officers, Broward County deputies. Yeah, because they wouldn't do anything when the situation was happening, but when he goes and puts a range trip on Twitter, that justifies them going and taking him out of class and interrogating, right? Yeah. Near the end of the third period, his teacher got a call.
Fucked up, man. That should be something like that. That he shouldn't. I don't know. That's fucked up.
That quite honestly, if it was me, I'd sue the sheriff department for harassment, because that is legal harassment. Well, not legal, but that's harassment. But,
well, that's what I mean. And it was all over that fucking picture, whatever you showed earlier.
Yeah, it's all of him just going to the range and learning to use an AR-15 in a proper, controlled, and safe environment. But apparently, that's not good enough for them.
Of course not.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, but let me finish the rest of this, and then we can blast them. But near the end of the third period, his teacher got a call from the office saying, "I need to go down and see Mr. Greenleaf. I didn't know Mr. Greenleaf, but it turned out that he was an armed school resource officer." He went down, found him, and he escorted me to his office. Then a second security officer walked in and sat behind me. Both began questioning me intensely. First, they began berating his tweet on Twitter, although neither of them had read it. They didn't read it. They just berated him for it. Good job there, folks. Then they began aggressively asking questions about who I went to the range with, whose gun we used, about my father, etc. They were incredibly condescending and rude. Well, gee, I wonder why. Because they wouldn't do their job in the first place and cause this whole mess. But, oh well. Then a third officer from the Broward County Sheriff's Office walked in and began asking me the same questions again. At that point, I asked whether I could record the interview. They said no. I asked if I had done anything wrong. Again, they answered no. I asked why I was there. One said, "Don't get snappy with me, and do you not remember what happened here a few months ago?" Well, that's the funny thing. If he's not, under arrest, if he is not, they don't have a warrant for his arrest, then quite honestly, they can't hold him longer than 15 minutes?
Why the fuck didn't they get interested?
No, that ain't the case.
With the gun?
Go ahead.
Why the fuck didn't they get interested with the dude that had the gun threatening to shoot up schools before he fucking did it?
Yeah, why are they only interested now after the fact, after it's made the national news?
Well, my thing is, though, is going back to hold you for 15 minutes. They can hold you for 72 hours without a fucking charge.
Is it 72 hours? Okay. I wasn't sure the length of time they can hold you. So, anyways, they continued to question me aggressively, though they could not cite I had done wrong. They kept calling me the pro-Second Amendment kid. He was shocked and honestly scared. He said it felt like they were attempting to intimidate him. He was treated like a criminal for no reason other than having gone to the gun range and posted it on social media.
It's like the new N-word is that pro-Second Amendment kid over there.
Yeah. Kashuv has criticized the Broward County Sheriff and his band of incompetent men on Face of the Nation for their lack of action regarding crews leading up to his attack and the school resource officer's cowardly behavior during the shooting. Observers of the Broward deputies' interrogation of Kashuv today might conclude that sweating him was simply retaliation for his nationally broadcast statements, but he couldn't possibly comment. If any of the Sheriff Scott Israel's disinterested deputies had spent half as much time investigating Nicholas Cruz's extracurricular activities, a student with a long and demonstrated history of violence and criminal behavior on the Douglas High campus, who knows how many lives might have been saved?
Duh.
That's what we've been saying for months, right?
It only saves one. I'm happy.
Yeah. Anyways, so Jimmy, you're here now. So what's up?
The sky.
Well, you got your camera on, by the way.
Oh yeah. Shit. Showing you guys the hood. My bad.
Yeah, I've seen that part. That's nothing new to me.
You was all the way on 24th before?
Yeah,
24th and Broadway?
Yeah, I've been down there before, yes.
The bus don't take you home?
It should, right? What the fuck? Pay all this goddamn money. $30 a fucking month, my opinion. But I digress. So what's been going on in the news? How long you guys been running that? What did I miss?
I started at 10:30 because people were getting antsy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fucking.
So Jimmy, take it away.
Well, I could do a little shuck and jive, two-stepping. Hold on, let me see if I can get the news up real quick. There's going to be a little background. I just got off onto a side street, so hopefully there's a little less background noise. So hold on.
All right.
I do the news, so Night Strike don't have to.
No, Night Strike just did 3 news articles today, so just, step back.
Well, what were the gist of them so I could like put my input in while I'm searching?
Pennsylvania's trying to do universal background checks and screw everybody over. The Portland mayor of Portland, Oregon, is trying to get the preemption law removed so we can ban AR-15s and assault weapons in the city of Portland.
Now, with the wait, just go back 1 second with the Pennsylvania thing. When you say universal background checks, that means that they're trying to get rid of the private sales and everything too.
Yep.
Oh, okay. That sucks dick.
Yep.
Yeah, I've noticed that in a lot of fucking places. Like they're cracking down on the fucking loophole and all this shit. I'm like, oh my God. A lot of states are doing that shit. Did you guys do any more research into that fucking 5087? And there's a new one out. I think it's HR 4052, which isn't another assault weapons ban, but the fucking 5087 was a bad one.
5087, if that gets into effect, if 5087 gets voted on and gets through the House and Senate, I'm telling you right now, I'm taking up arms and I'm rebelling. I don't care.
Dude, 5087, you would have to. You would have to, because if you do anything else, you're a fucking criminal anyway.
You know, but that's the point. If 5087 gets voted into office and if Trump is stupid enough to sign that, then guess what? That effectively basically bans everything that is available on the market. I mean everything. So, yeah. You'd have to rebel.
Oh, yeah,
otherwise you basically would be, they would come and take your guns away.
Oh yeah, no shit. And there's no grandfather, no nothing. Fucking they're adding fucking, I don't know what they mean by adding terms like fucking semi-automatic, you know, all the shit that they're doing. I don't know what that necessarily means, because what are they adding those terms to? Like what you know what I mean? What literature are they adding that to? Is that getting added to the NFA? Is that just getting added to something, another assault ban list, the assault ban 2018 list,
Yeah,
which is only a part of fucking 5087? Holy shit.
All
Just
I know is
hashtag
shall not be infringed.
are being infringed.
Travis, what are you doing out there this early in the morning? Shouldn't you be teaching class or something?
Yeah, Travis, go learn somebody something.
Yeah. Go teach somebody something.
Charlotte. Bam Bam, Charlotte principal interrupts anti-gun speaker and rattles students. Oh, what a dickhead. I already know what this article is going to be about.
Oh, good.
Motherfucker was in the middle of a speech, right? And he's like, bam, bam, bam. Like, see, that could have been a shooter right now.
That could have been a shooter. What do we do?
I'm just guessing. I don't know if that's the case, but
I don't know either. All I know is that sidewalk looks pretty dry.
Yeah, it needs some water. Let's see here. When Collinswood Language Academy students came home upset by their principal's comments at an anti-gun walkout event Friday, several parents suggested they might be overreacting, just a smidge. Then a 90-second video shot by a student made the rounds. It shows Principal Jennifer Pearsall talking about how much she loves to shoot clay pigeons. I'm a sharpshooter, this is a quote. I'm a sharpshooter. I'm right-eyed and left-handed, Pearsall says, cocking her left thumb and forefinger in a gun gesture. When a voice from the audience asks if she shoots with a gun or a bow and arrow, Pearsall replies, a rifle, bam, 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 shooting clays, I love it. What the fuck? Well, I know I'm a little bit winded right now, but that still didn't sound right in my head when I was reading it either.
Yeah, it would shock you. But either way, as long as they're supportive of the shooting sports, I'm okay with it. Even if it sounded wrong.
Yeah.
Not everybody's going to know proper terminology, so I'm not going to fault them for not knowing.
Blam, blam, blam. But still, just kind of sounded retarded there a little bit.
Well, you know.
Shit happens.
Well, did you know all the proper terms when you started using guns?
No, absolutely not.
That's the point.
So where's the hey yo gun shop homie? Where's the clips at?
Yeah, where's the clips at, yo?
Where's the clips at for my motherfucking pistol?
Yeah. So we got a question out there on the YouTube side saying,
Oh please something.
Jimmy, is that the moat you were putting around your house?
Yeah. I'm gonna fill it with something. I just don't know what yet. I'm leaning towards scorpions because there's a shit ton of them out here, but I don't know. Look at this moat. Is my camera still on?
Yeah, your camera's
I'm not even
still
on my screen.
It's been on the whole time.
You see that moat over there? Holy shit, right? That motherfucker's crazy. That's where they do like test explosions and shit like that. It's kind of dope.
Seriously?
Yeah. You didn't see that whole fucking reservoir over there? Well,
No,
I tried. Hold on. I'm gonna go up high. Maybe it'll show. Hold on.
Oh yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, that's a nice private property. Do not walk on.
Walk on the gravel on the opposite side. You're good.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm not gonna hop this. This fence looks it's questionable at best.
It looks dangerous.
Yeah, it looks tetanusy.
Well, as long as you had your shots, you'll be fine.
I haven't. But yeah, so they're tripping on this fucking teacher right now over her wording and being so enthusiastic in such a hard time. I say fucking hey, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Don't stop what you like doing just because of a couple of fucking assholes, right?
Exactly.
All right, guys, I gotta bail out of here.
All right.
Wait, you're out already?
Yes, I am.
He's not feeling
all right,
well.
Man. Oh, you're okay. Yeah. How are you holding up? Bad? Yeah. All right, man. Well, have a good one. Take care of yourself, dude.
Wow, that camera.
Have a good day, everybody.
Later, Tony. All right, we lost Tony. Now it's just me and Jimmy.
Wah, wah, wah. We'll make it fucking happen. Nice, right?
Yeah, I gotta get back to Arizona one of these days.
Hey, you know, I was thinking I should have just transferred on the other bus. This has been kind of a long walk here.
What are you afraid of walking, yo?
Yeah, a little bit. And it's kind of hot. It's getting hot. Beware a dog. Hey, you know there ain't no fucking dog in there.
That might have been put up there as a joke.
Well, yeah. But I don't know, man. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, I'm glad she's enthusiastic about shooting still, especially with all this shit going on, you know? Fucking A. Go some
Vanessa
ball.
Kitty's asking where you're walking at.
I am right now, I believe I am on 24th Street and something or other. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. On the south side. Almost home, I think.
Are you in Phoenix or are you in like Mesa?
No, I'm in Phoenix, South Phoenix.
Okay.
South side? Giving away all my information and shit. I don't give a fuck.
Because I'm originally from Mesa.
Hey, I'll bet money that if somebody tries to come and rob my fucking house off of the fucking internet, that they'll probably get robbed on the way to the house and then they'll just give up.
Okay, well, I got another thing to go over because I saw this on Facebook. And while I don't like using Facebook, I use it because that's the only way I can get in touch with some of my relatives. So check this out.
Oh, that's all good. That's all. As long as Zuckerberg don't know I'm involved in it, I don't care.
Check this out. So apparently somebody was doing a rally or a protest or something, and they wrote this down on a poster board. And it says, if the First Amendment applies to radio, TV, and the internet, and the Fourth Amendment covers electronic wiretapping and video surveillance, how can the Second Amendment only apply to 18th century firearms technology? Question mark.
That is a very good question. I know, especially with a lot of the arguments that are coming out now, you know, saying that it's antiquated and shit. But it's really, really funny how it's only antiquated when it goes against their agenda. But when it's for their agenda, they want to pull it up and say, hey, no, this is our constitutional rights. It's funny.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It's hilarious. But again, I just figured I saw this. I had to share. So I'm just trying to get content in for the early watch this morning. But it's good content. So there we go. So what else?
What? I'm sorry, my bad. But where was that at again? It was a rally in where?
It doesn't say the rally. It was just an image.
That's cool.
So, either way, I support the image.
Yep. We have the A-OK here. Night Strike tested, Night Strike approved. So let me ask you this question here. Right. This is from the New York Times, so it's not going to be fucking super great. Do gun owners want gun control? Do you want gun control? I don't want gun control.
I don't want gun control, period.
Well, some say yes after Parkland, Florida.
Well, then they're fucking wrong.
Tom Gallinat, 35, a farmer and hunter who owns 9 guns, traveled last month from his home in Peacham. Hold on, I gotta break these 2 screens, Night Strike, because I can't fucking. It's already too small to begin with. Hold on.
We're waiting on Jimmy.
Oh, I switched screens and fucking muted.
Yeah, hey, good job there, sport.
My bad. Hold on. Oh, I lost it. How about them apples? But yeah, how does the audience feel about that? I'm surprised.
You lost it.
Yeah, these are kind of mishmashed, fucked up shows. Remington. Oh, here we go. After Parkland, some say yes. Tom Gallant, 35, a farmer and hunter who owns 9 guns, traveled last month from his home in Peachman, Vermont, to Montpelier, the state capital, with a firm goal in mind: convince lawmakers to enact a ban on high-cap magazines. John Leach, 56, a policy analyst in Augusta, me and the owner of about 10 guns, testified before Maine legislators in favor of a bill to let judges order people deemed dangerous to surrender their firearms. And that's what I hate about that. That's that they're talking about that red flag, and every time they say that deemed, it's bull fucking shit, because it ain't deemed by nothing but fucking what they think. You know, like it's somebody could say, hey, this guy threatened me once. Take away his fucking guns. Call the cops. Get his guns. Yeah. So, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Oh no, I'm just skipping down. As the thousands of demonstrators gathered in Nashville in March for student-led marches against gun violence, R. Sterling Herring, 33, a doctor, and of course he's a doctor. Who else has a letter as their first name? Addressed the crowd. When wounded children were flown to his hospital after a shooting at a Kentucky school in January, he said he decided it was his duty to push for stronger gun control. I honestly believe that God-fearing, gun-owning Americans should be leading the debate on gun laws, Dr. Herring said in an interview on Monday. Another shooting, which killed 4 people at a Waffle House a few miles from his house, it just makes sense to me that if I own weapons, I should be the first one to be advocating for safety with those weapons. That exactly, we should be advocating, shouldn't be advocating for fucking laws. You should be advocating for safety and courses and You know, if they're going to try and spend all this money on all this bullshit lobbying for this bullshit legislation, they might as well just fucking, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So, don't give me that. Don't give me that advocate shit if you're fucking not being an advocate. What the fuck?
Well, that's how it goes.
Anybody out there saying anything? The fucking wind is, the back noise is really bad. I'm back on Broadway.
The YouTube chat is about talking about guns. It's like,
Got any new?
They're joking
hey,
about the
ahead.
whole gun control thing. They're totally in sort of gun control, the support of gun control. You know, them controlling the guns. You know, steady hand and whatnot.
Well, if gun control meant that the people had the fucking, you know what I mean? If we had an organization, not like, you know, somebody that actually gave a fuck about guns and wasn't worried about fucking getting paid and all this other shit and keeping the fight going, I don't know. I feel like motherfuckers could sit down and, you know, have the people be in control of the guns. That'd be fucking awesome. Like it's meant to be. Take the government completely out of it.
So, yeah.
Well, for the sake of being repetitious and shit and fucking like copying off of other chats, you thinking about getting any new guns anytime soon?
Not at the moment.
Nah. I was looking at this.
Not until I can get some serious cash, because the only gun I wanted this year, I spent all the money on hospital bills.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I was looking at this one fucking shit. It was bad as fuck, man. And it was some old piece of shit gun too. It wasn't even uncool. It was this little fucking double barrel Coach gun. You know the well, yeah, it's hammerless. You know that. And you fucking, you know, you crack it and it cocks and shit. Oh my god, dude! And it wasn't fucking. Everyone I see, excuse me, every single one that I see ever has always been black powder. This one was fucking regular. I took 12 gauge. Fucking, I was like, fuck. So I don't know. I get some cash together.
Does that mean that Jimmy wants a Coach gun?
Yeah. $400 though, man. I don't know. It's kind of fucking stupid, but like I could probably go to the fucking store and get like $100 double barrel shotgun, $150 one. Take it to a gunsmith, spend about 100
inches.
Yeah, exactly. Go take it to a gunsmith and call it a day. I could even fucking, I can get the little tax stamp on it and things if I wanted to.
Yeah, but you could legally have them just cut it down to 19 inches. You'll be fine.
That is true. That is true.
It's still within the law. So at that point, if it's within the law, why not?
Why not? Why not rock the spot?
Right. G-Web says number 1, Jimmy needs earbuds with a mic. Number 2, can you possibly post more fucking old shows on this page? And and you get paid by the mouse companies trying to wear out our shit?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't.
Yeah. That's how it works.
Apparently, G-Web's just angry that we're posting all the shows past on channel. You know, it's not my channel, so I'm not going to go and delete any videos. I'm just adding on. So if Jimmy wants to go and fix that, Jimmy is more than welcome to.
Jimmy ain't got time for all that shit. Jimmy says, watch them. Enjoy the fucking older shit. You know what I mean? You might have a newcomer coming in the gun channel and say, what the fuck is Early Watch about? I want to start in on the 235th episode and shit. And they fucking go in and check it out.
See, that's what I've been saying.
Fucking start at number 1. You might as well just catch it when we already know what we're doing and shit.
You know, these kids got to learn.
Exactly. Everybody got to learn. I don't know what block I'm on right now. Nice, right? You know what you did to me?
I don't know what I did at all.
I'm looking down reading while I'm walking. That's what you did to me. Hold on.
Good. You deserve it.
Pennywise. I just seen it.
Did you?
Yeah, I don't know what block I'm on, dude.
Well, pull up GPS.
I'm gonna set up in the middle of the street right now and start doing smoke signals and shit, and see if anybody that I know comes around. Hopefully, maybe.
Jimmy, you got you got a smartphone. Open the GPS. Open the GPS. Fucking use it.
You're a GPS. I want to hear that shit. I'm a man. I find my way the man way through being lost for an hour extra than I have to be. And I ain't asking nobody for directions, even if I see him. Okay, there's Broadway. Yep. I'm gonna go about like 5 minutes out of my way because I'm in a neighborhood right now. That's cool.
Oh, apparently. I got another text message from a friend of mine.
Are you shutting this thing down?
No, everything.
Oh. Worrying me, nice strike.
Nah, just a friend of mine's gonna come over in a second.
If we're not doing the show, then I'm not gonna be reading articles, and if I'm not reading articles, then I can't fucking accidentally fall into a ravine where they test bomb shit.
Well, actually, you know what? I gotta be honest with you, Jimmy. If you're gonna fall into a ravine where they test stuff, you need to do that on Patreon and make that like a patron thing.
I need super chat for that one.
Yeah.
Have the camera on and show my feet dangle over the edge, like whoa, fucking $50 and shit. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
If you're gonna do that, you might as well make some bank on that.
Yeah. I only got like 12 followers, I think, though, so that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, well, Jimmy needs more followers, so help him out.
I'm pretty sure everybody that watches this shit follows me. I'm a fucking hell of a guy.
Well, you're something, I'll tell you that.
I know I would follow me if I knew me.
I don't know about that.
I'm really just bullshit. I got nothing right now. I have nothing. If anybody has any gun shit, if anybody has any gun news or gun shit that they want us to react to or ask us a question, I know shit. I know a ton of shit.
Yeah, if you got questions, just email Jimmy at earlywatchaz@gmail.com.
No, fuck that, because I ain't gonna read it right now. Say it right now. Comment that shit in the comments.
Psycho is asking at Night Strike, is Jimmy really Vin Diesel? No, he's not. He's not pretty enough.
No, yeah. My face is all scarred up and I'm missing a front tooth and shit. Yeah. We'll
right, and he's got one lazy eye.
I do, actually. When I take my contact out and sit there for a really long time, my shit goes to the left a little bit.
Philo is saying, can someone buy some cool handguns and move to California, please? And the response in YouTube is like, no.
Yeah, but then as soon as I cross the border, I'm going to have to give all them shits up, ain't it?
Yeah. So what would be the point?
Yeah, so I think I'm going to have to pass on that one.
I am too. I never want to live in California ever again.
No, hell no. I'm not going to no goddamn California. Hell no. Oh, hey, look, there's my alley, guys. I found it. Fucking A. I knew I'd find it.
Yeah. You found your alley.
I'm a directional beast.
Well, let's not go that far.
They call me Compass in these streets.
No, they don't.
They call me Nuez.
They don't even know you in those streets.
They call me Nuez. That's north, south, northwest, east, south, whatever. That's me.
No, they stop lying. They don't call you anything.
They call me Nuez.
The only thing they call you is Yimmy Yames.
Well, yeah, Jimmy Nuez, Elliot Nuez, they call me.
Yimmy Yames.
Yeah. Elliot Nuez, that motherfucker can have his eyes closed and tell you where to go.
Yeah. What the hell?
Oh, shit, man. Fuck. It's hot. Didn't seem hot. 5 o'clock. Got hot.
that's generally how it goes in Arizona. You know, and I'm just saying that from, you know, personal experience.
Yeah, it got hot out here when you were like 9 months old, ain't it?
No, I left Arizona before it was, you know, in like the late 90s. So
I know, Night Strike. I'm just fucking with you.
So
I don't know what the fuck is up with all of these goddamn fucking weird ass fucking shits.
I don't know what's going on either. So
is Angry out there? No, he ain't been out there, huh?
Angry has been out there. No, he's been busy. I haven't seen
he got
him.
A little.
Let me go check.
He got a little Mac this weekend.
Maybe
I want to see if he wanted to take
there.
Saw that shit.
Angry's not out there. We've got Sandhill Shooters out there. No, they were formerly known as Triple D.
Word. Well, I didn't see Sandhill Shooters Makarov yesterday, so I really, you know, that's cool. I wanted to see if Angry wanted me to talk about his shit, or if he wanted to keep it silent until fucking. Well, I guess I just said it anyway, so who gives a fuck? But it was cool. Cool little Trey Deuce.
Yeah, Scott Pacini is saying, well, will I buy some cool handguns? Yes. Will I move to California? Hell no.
Nah, fuck no.
No one wants to move to California.
Nah. But I ain't gonna lie, if I was from California, I don't know. I might think twice about staying there in the fight, but I don't know if there's much of a fight going on. I'm definitely not gonna move there to fucking start the, you know what I mean, to start fighting and shit. Fuck that.
Jumpy, you stop that 10 millimeter nonsense. You start, you know, supporting 45 ACP, or we're gonna have trouble.
45, live or die. 45. On the road again.
Oh, Scott Pacini is calling 10 millimeter 357 light.
I'm kind of a 10 millimeter fan.
Wow.
But I like 45 better though, just because that's what I carry. I definitely wouldn't carry a 29, not no goddamn 10 millimeter. You're fucking crazy. I'm sure it ain't that bad, but I want to. If I was to get a 10 millimeter, it'd be a full size one. I get some hot at. Like you get 10 millimeter, there's no point in getting fucking shit that shoots like a 40. You know, you want that full fucking shit. I'm getting the fucking Glock 41 or Glock 40 and some fucking buffalo bore and tearing shit the fuck up. But I don't know. I don't know. There's a mattress right here too. Should I just fucking take a nap real quick?
Do you need to?
Oh, I'm so tired. And when you walk too long, like your neck and shit starts to hurt.
Yeah, well, don't dehydrate yourself or anything. You know, have some water.
I drank water like fucking 5 o'clock this morning, dude. My fucking shit. I just had to struggle to get that one out.
It gets pretty hot out there. I'm just saying, you know, make sure you're properly hydrated. Otherwise, you know, heat exhaustion ain't fun. I'll tell you that.
Well, let me tell you, a 20-minute trip turned into a 3-hour tour real quick.
All right, Gilligan.
I didn't realize how far the north side of Phoenix was from the south side of Phoenix. You figured they're right next to each other, right? Across the street, and there we are.
Well, isn't there also like a central Phoenix too? So
yeah, central, north, south, east, and west, and then central.
Yeah, did you get off at central or what?
No, but I mean that's what, like I got lost earlier, right? But their grids are super simple in Arizona. I mean, you know that their grids are like just a square. So
yeah,
even if you get lost, you can get right back on the fucking grid as long as you know what the fuck halfway what you're doing.
Yeah, 20, 30 years ago, that wasn't the case.
No.
There was more desert, let me tell you.
Well, yeah. But still, the way that they have everything set up was, I don't know. Pretty sure they just set it up as simple as possible. Damn, I've yet to see fucking huge ass anthill piles like that and shit.
All right,
all
we
the
got dogs barking on us.
All the bitches love me.
Midbow Gunner on the Gun Channel side is saying, I like the GC side over the YouTube side. Raphael's saying, I can't read that Matrix code chat. Most of the time, it does not make sense to me. Mr. Knives is saying, F you, Night Strike. Yes, I love you too, Knives. I love you too. I don't love California, but I love you. But no homo.
No
There we
homo.
go.
Always got to add in no homo.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it is homo.
Anyways, but
Dude, there's a long ass alley right here. Jesus Christ.
you should
Go get the catfish.
if you want long alleys, go to the suburbs in Tempe, and
Don't.
and literally all the alleys in Tempe are connected. I'm not kidding.
Don't want long alley. I want short alley. But I do. I'll tell you what though. I miss walking in that. Like walking in this alley right now reminds me of fucking being back in Chicago and shit. Like right now I'm in memory lane. I feel like I'm fucking like a kid again and shit walking through an alley.
Raphael says if it's a long alley, that is called a street.
No, it's fucking.
Jimmy, you may have to give visuals so people understand because they've never seen the alleys of Arizona.
It's just like alleys in Chicago, kind of, just not as good. Like, see?
Yeah,
Wait,
that's an alley.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. See?
This is an alley, guys. That's not our street.
But it goes down like fucking six fucking miles.
Yeah. That's how it is in Arizona.
I'm homeward bound though. I'm almost like right around the corner. So,
right.
Yeah, you know.
Well, remember to bring the other dog and the cat with you, okay?
Yeah. That's why I had the camera off and shit because I was embarrassed of the neighborhood.
You were embarrassed of the neighbors, okay? Well, as long as
the neighborhood, not the neighbors, the neighborhood.
Oh,
fucking broken glass everywhere and needles and shit and fucking. I wonder, like, is it just like is it a thing? Like, I only drank in the street when I was a kid, and this was in the 90s. But is it a thing, like, when you drink in the street to just smash the fucking bottles and, like, I'm done? Seems like it's an everyday occurrence.
I just answered it out there on the YouTube chat, but Psycho316 is saying, how long has it been since the Supreme Court has been willing to hear a gun case? And give or take, it's been about 10 years.
Ever? Has it been? I was going to say, ever?
No, it's been about 10 years. So it's been a long while. Maybe they got better things to hear. I don't know. But 10 years seems an awful long time. Doesn't it, Jimmy?
Yeah. 10 years is a little stretch. Oh, I'm almost there. I want to smoke a cigarette, but I feel like if I smoke a cigarette, my mouth is just going to perch the fuck up and not open ever again.
So wait till you get home.
Yeah. The thing about that, Night Strike, is
you have to know where home is.
I'm an addict and I gotta have it. No, I'm right around the corner from the house, but I'm definitely not waiting for a fucking cigarette when I get in the house and falling on the couch.
Oh, I know you're an addict. You don't have to tell me that. I know. Because there have been times where me and Jimmy have had long conversations, and Jimmy's had to have a cigarette like at least twice during the conversation. Minimum.
And that's light. That's light for me. Usually I chain smoke them shits.
Usually it's like 4 or 5.
Yeah. I don't play no games. Fuck, man. All right, I'm right around the corner now.
You want me to throw a link out, see if anybody wants to jump in?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Give me a fucking break here.
Because Jimmy's getting that exercise that he needs.
I ended up making it home, guys. I'm safe. Huh. I made it home. And you know what? I would have been here like 10 minutes earlier if I didn't get fucking lost. I would have been here like 10 minutes sooner.
I threw the link out in the Gun Channels lobby. Not lobby, but the Gun Channels chat room. So if anybody wants to jump in, go ahead.
I think I'm gonna start crowdfunding for a fucking
Car.
For a car. Yeah.
What you do, Jimmy, is after the chat, I'll show you how to go and sign up for GoFundMe, and we can just start a GoFundMe to get you a car.
Yo, straight up, whatever I get, I don't give a fuck what kind of car it is. I'll slap Early Watch all over that motherfucker. I swear to God, whatever. Early Watch Nation, all that shit. I mean, Early Watch mobile. I don't give a fuck as long as it gets me to fucking where I got to go every day.
I mean, what is the wife taking the only car you guys have right now?
Well, we only got one car, yeah. The kid's got her own car, but she takes that motherfucker. Sometimes I get a ride out of her, but today I had to leave at 5 o'clock. That motherfucker don't leave until like 8 o'clock. So that doesn't count.
Well, have you thought about doing an Uber?
Yeah. Right the fuck away. I did until I found out the Uber guys don't come out to this neighborhood, first of all. It's a thing called Aveo or something like that. They're the only motherfuckers that are willing to come out here. And they're the worst fucking, I don't know if they're Armenian, I don't know what the fuck they are, but they're the worst motherfuckers that I've ever met in my life. Like for the dude in the back, he's like, hey, are you whatever name? I'm not gonna say the name. I'm like, no, they're in the back. It's like, what? They live in the back, and he's like, no, come here. I will show you on my map. I'm like, come on, man. They live in the fucking back. I'm going in the house. Get the fuck out of here. And then the motherfucker starts yelling at me. I'm like, okay, you need to get the fuck out of here. And then he went and do shit, and they came out. Fucking assholes. So no, I won't take one of them because I don't need to have high blood pressure before I go to fucking do these damn labor shits and shit. Yo, what's up, Webbs?
Oh, the Mr. Gwebs has finally graced us with his presence.
What up, G?
You let it out earlier today?
Huh?
You're at work or something?
No, I went out to this. I'm doing this little like temp agency thing, so I had to go over there and fill out a fucking form and do a test or aptitude thing.
Damn, at 5 a.m.?
Yeah, well, I had to leave at 5 a.m. to be up there at 6 something. It's up north.
Yeah.
But yeah, fun in the sun. And I'm back now, so now I can pull up some type of news, unless you guys got something.
No, I went over all the news I wanted to talk about today.
Yeah, Night Strike only talks about stuff once. It's done.
No, well, Night Strike will talk about other stuff again, but he only goes over the news once.
So it was a prom thing that you were talking about earlier, right? That was the gun photo?
No, it was the Parkland Second Amendment kid. I guess that's what we're calling him now. He went and tweeted about his trip to the gun range with his dad. In a safe environment, learning how to safely use an AR-15 in a controlled environment, and they gave him shit for it.
Oh, you know what? This is something different. Check this out. This is ex-NFL star Jay Feely says prom gun photo was a joke. Former NFL star Jay Feely took a photo of him holding a gun while standing between his daughter and her prom date. And he's fucking catching flack for it. He was... Yeah, they fucked with him online. I don't know what that word is, but the 41-year-old went back on Twitter to say the couple have dated for over a year and knew he was joking. Oh, they're like saying that he's bullying the kid. I swear to God, man, these motherfuckers pull out anything that they possibly can. I'm most upset that I picked that article.
I'm upset that you picked that article too, so don't worry.
Disappointed in myself. I let myself down. I let the audience down. I let the host down. Sorry. Good guy with a gun with no one. Oh, what's this? I heard about something at a Waffle House. Good guy with a gun, no gun. Good guy with no gun disarmed Waffle House shooter. Tragedy struck the Antioch neighborhood of, read the full story, Nashville, early Sunday morning when an armed man shot 2 individuals outside of a Waffle House before proceeding inside and killing 2 more. In the face of that horror, reports the Tennessean A Waffle House customer, 29-year-old James Shaw Jr., managed to wrestle an AR-15 rifle free from the shooter and likely saved lives in the process. Now, although Shaw was quick to brush all that off, claim aside, he's being hailed as a hero. Word. So that's it. Let's see here. They got proof that guns are not necessary to save lives. Fuck out of here. He would have had a lot easier time doing it though. And then it goes down. I don't really know when everyone said that of being a hero. It feels selfish. The Tennessean reports Shaw as saying, I was just trying to get myself out. I saw the opportunity and pretty much took it. One and done. Commission seeks to prohibit gun use on Portsmouth. Portsmouth? We could have that debate if you want to. Is it Portsmouth or Portsmouth?
Not sure. Ask Two-Whips. He would know.
It's Portsmouth. Good guy. Kyle Kashoff says school security questioned him.
Yeah, we already went with that.
Yeah, that was that kid. Wait, that was that same fucking kid?
Yeah.
No shit.
The Second Amendment kid.
No shit, huh? Okay, why is my door not? Why is my relocking me out? What the fuck is going on here?
Maybe have the
All
right.
Oh, fucking air conditioning. I don't know why it's on and no one's in the house, but it's on. I'm happy about that.
He's happy about that. Now he has to turn it off because it was on.
I got to make up for the time and shit.
Right.
Waffle House. Yeah, that guy again.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, news is still pretty gay. Tazewell County prosecutor reviewing father's transfer of gun to son. And restaurant shooting. Beyond the potential legal consequences facing a former Morton man charged. Yeah, it's the same shit, man.
Same shit, different day.
Anybody good? Let's see. Guess I shouldn't just blow it off completely.
I guess.
Tazewell County Sheriff Bob Houston said his deputies took 4 weapons and ammunition from Travis Reckoning in 2017 after Illinois police revoked Ranking's firearms owner identification card. The revocation followed Travis Ranking's July 27 arrest. In a restricted area near the White House, the guns were turned over to Ranking's father, who agreed to keep them from his son, who has a history of mental health issues, said the sheriff. Attempts to speak Monday to an elder Ranking by a reporter for the Peoria Journal-Star were unsuccessful. Transfers of weapons from one family member to another as a bona fide gift, quote, are exempt from a requirement under Illinois law, and the owner first verified with state police that the recipient of the gun has a valid FOID card. More information is required before a decision on whether to charge Jeffrey Renking is made. At this point, quote, at this point, our office does not process enough information to determine if Jeffrey Renking committed a criminal offense. When our office receives information from criminal investigation, particularly from the FBI, we will be in a position to determine if any violation occurred. The law prohibits the illegal sale or transfer of guns, said McLean County State's Attorney Jason Chambers, speaking generally about the provisions of Illinois' gun laws. Prosecutor would have to look at this in its totality of the circumstances. So, I mean, I guess that is kind of an interesting case, but they're just going to fucking go after, add law. We got to add a law to fucking fix this now. So nobody's going to be fucking.
This one's important because then it one case illustrates the need for universal background checks. So every other private transfer, every uncalculated time that someone's moved a gun between 2 people, that has no consequence because one time this happened. they're going to say you need universal background checks to prevent it from ever happening.
Yeah. I was just going to be used as another excuse. Yeah.
Yep.
So you can either do nothing or you can get together every fucking morning like you guys pretty much doing and continue to talk about it and to make sure that there's a consistent voice against that kind of fucking so once
yeah, absolutely.
it'll take even more and more. It'll basically they'll have to amplify their message times 2 to talk over yours, and then just get a little stronger, and then they have to do it times 4 to talk over yours. So very good value in doing this every morning.
I know, it's just
You got to talk shit about it, so I understand. Good, keep going.
No. It's just some of the news that we get, and while we cover all news, whether good or bad, it's just it would be nice to get some good news, you know?
When you choose what you're going to talk about, you can't then also get mad about what you have talked about and what
I know.
Talk about. Choose better news.
Problem is there's not really good news out there right now. So
Yeah.
Jimmy, find us some good news.
Good luck with that. Let's see here. I got an idea. Let's see.
Jimmy has an idea. Watch out.
Pro-Second Amendment news.
Dun, 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 dun.
6 months ago. Hold on, no. There's some shit. Greensfield. What's this here? That's something that is a positive fucking thing though. And I'm not even clicking on the article yet. All the rallies and shit. People have been not necessarily surprising me over the past like several months, but there's been a lot of good turnouts in just about every fucking state that I've heard of. And that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Gun-toting crowd rallies in Greensburg for Rostraver officers' Second Amendment rights. Alex Romanowski hasn't been a fan of publicly displaying his firearms in the past, but after policemen faced backlash for counter-protesting at Greensburg rally last month, Romanowski decided to step up. I felt bad for him, he said, Rostraver officer Martin Pala. He did absolutely nothing wrong, nothing illegal. Romanowski joined about 150 people who attended a pro-gun rally Sunday in the courtyard of the Westmoreland County Courthouse in support of Pala and gun rights. Some held or carried long guns like AR-15 Pala had slung over his shoulder on March 23rd, that the day, he got fucked up or whatever. The Greensburg rally, others, and their firearms in hip holsters. Quote, I'm just sick of what's going on and not doing anything about it, Romanowski said, while holding a short barrel rifle with a silencer. This gun never hurt anybody. Pala was off duty when he stood across Main Street from a March for Our Lives event, which was held in the same spot as Sunday's rally. Organizer Brett Soroka wanted to show Pala that he has about 200 students and community members last month voiced their opposition to gun violence and mass shootings in schools. Hempfield area junior Austin Brandhoover, 17, criticized some his age who have gained notoriety recently in calling for gun control, including those who have become, quote, activists after February school shooting in Parkland, the murders. And I quoted activist, not the fucking thing. I want to tell my generation when we're wrong, Brandhoover told rally participants. And then they go on to speak their rhetoric. Then this is California area middle school teacher Joshua Pollock said, the focus should be on providing school districts more funding and better resources to help students with mental health issues. Guns are not the problem. Then we talk about rising mental health numbers, but no specific numbers though. I came here today to exercise my right. I'm curious as to what happened to this fucking sheriff. How come it's not saying anything? Edgar Stephan, Ford City Rifles, Pella. I should look up Martin Pella.
Okay. We got something in from Knives. I'll send it over to
I'm
you,
gonna
Jimmy.
look up Martin Pella.
I'll send this
You
to you,
read-
Jimmy. So, because I. There you go.
The good part about having two people on the show is one can look something up and the other one can read.
Right.
Hold on.
Knives, but it's apparently President Trump is poised for major makeover of the liberal Ninth Circuit Court. So I don't know what that means, but apparently the most liberal appeals court in America could soon be getting a Republican makeover. President Trump and Senate GOP leaders are able to fill 7 open seats with conservative picks. Standing in their way is a wall of Democrats hell-bent on protecting the long-standing leftward lean of the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. The stakes are sky high because of the size and caseload and clout of the court. If Trump is successful in getting young, ideological conservative nominees through the confirmation process, he could significantly alter the court's DNA for decades to come. Adding 7 conservatives to the court would very much affect its ideological balance. Erwin Chemerinsky, dean of UC Berkeley School of Law, told Fox News it would push the court much further to the right. Well, yeah. If Trump wants to take advantage of this opportunity, he'll have to act soon. So far, he's only made 2 nominations. Based in San Francisco, the Ninth Circuit Court covers 9 western states, has 29 active judgeships, and 7 vacancies, with an 8th coming in August. Its current political split is 16-6. The Ninth Circuit is out left field and has been since a major expansion of the court allowed President Carter and Senator Alan Cranston, Democrat, California, to pack its left wing in the late 1970s. Kent Scheidegger, a legal director of Criminal Justice Legal Foundation, said, he told Fox News that the court hasn't been balanced politically ever since. During their time in the Oval Office, former President George W. Bush appointed 6 justices to the Ninth Circuit Court, while former President Barack Obama appointed 7. When Trump took over, there were 4 vacancies to fill. Today, the number has almost doubled. Conservatives have tried for years to chip away at the ninth. There have been multiple unsuccessful bids in Congress to split up the sprawling court. Critics have slammed the Ninth for being too big, too liberal, and too slow at resolving cases. They've also mocked it mercilessly, calling the Nutty Ninth or the Ninth Circus, in part because of many of its rulings have been overturned by the Supreme Court. This includes an infamous 2002 ruling that the Pledge of Allegiance is unconstitutional because of its phrase of "under God." The court over the years has knocked down state bans on assisted suicide and ruled that no American has the constitutional right to own a gun. Between 2010 to 2015, the Supreme Court reversed about 70% of the total cases before it. The Ninth Circuit's reversal rate was higher at 79%. Though the highest in the nation was the Sixth Circuit, which covers Ohio, Michigan, Tennessee, Kentucky, and clocked in at 87%. During the court's 2016 term, however, the reversal rate for the Ninth has jumped to 88%. Still, most of the rulings that were not reviewed by the High Court, leaving them in place. That's why some say the liberal court needs a massive makeover, and Trump might just be the president who gets it done. To be sure, there is no love lost between Trump and the Ninth Circuit. He regularly rails against it and complains that it is broken and unfair, and even called out unelected judges after his travel ban and sanctuary city policies were struck down. And then it shows a tweet about that, about him criticizing the Ninth. But if Trump really wants to shake up the ninth, experts say he needs to prioritize it. The sooner the better, because his success could hinge on midterm elections. It really depends on whether the Republicans keep the Senate in November. Chemerinsky told Fox News. If they do, I think ultimately Trump will get his picks through unless they are unqualified and very objectionable. But if the Democrats takes the Senate in November, I think it will be very difficult for him to get anyone confirmed. It's probably true. There are several Democrats who are committed to keeping the court's balance for power the same. One weapon in their arsenal is blue slips. Created in 1917, the blue slip is not a formal rule, but instead a courtesy extended by the Senate Judiciary Committee chairman that allows home state senators to approve or reject appointees from their states. Over its 100-year history, lawmakers from both parties have used blue slips as an effective way to obstruct a president's judicial pick. Both parties, depending on who is in power at the time, have accused the other of abusing the process and putting party politics ahead of confirming qualified candidates. When Obama took office in 2009, every single Republican senator signed a letter that said they would use blue slips to block any nominee to their state that they did not personally approve. Senate Democrats unilaterally changed the rules in 2013 to prevent 41 senators from blocking nominees after evaluating their credentials. But now the Democrats are in the minority. They argue a single senator should be able to block nominees before the Senate Judiciary Committee can check out a candidate's credentials. And Republicans are now denying their Democratic parts the same tactic they took full advantage of just a few years ago. In February, Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley, Republican Iowa, came under fire for loosening the blue slip policy. Grassley defended his decision, arguing that the policy isn't a hard, fast rule, though his immediate predecessor, Democratic Senator Patrick Leahy of Vermont, did honor blue slips and refused to move forward on a nomination without getting the consent of both home state senators. Very important part of the process, but it's not entirely definitive, Grassley told Time Magazine. I don't know why they're talking about Time Magazine in a Fox News article, but whatever. The lengths to which Republicans are going to jam extremely conservative and controversial nominees through the Senate is unprecedented, she said. What's happening is diminishing the Judiciary Committee and the Senate, undermining the independence of the federal judiciary. She added, Republicans shouldn't have one blue slip policy for Democratic presidents and another for Republican presidents. Well, wait. If they're already on their side, why? What? Granted, yeah, they should have a policy because it's either them or you. I mean, so they have to be for your guy and your side, but never their side. That seems a little two-faced.
Just a touch.
I mean, if the Democrats are only allowed to be the only ones that can do the blue slip policy for only their side and not the other, then why can't the Republicans do so? That's fucking two-faced.
Yeah.
Anyways, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, Republican Kentucky, has favored using blue slips for district court nominees rather than appeals court nominees. It's a compromise that can work, Elizabeth Slattery, a legal fellow at the Heritage Foundation, said. Customarily, home state senators have played a larger role in the election of district court nominees, she said. While appeal court judges are based in one state, they hear cases from all states within their circuit. District court judges, on the other hand, hear only cases from the state where they sit. Thus, home state senators' opinions are more relevant for district court nominees. Slattery says another option might involve scraping the use of blue slips altogether, but warns the decision could come back to bite the party down the line. And that's the end of the article.
Did you go down to this? The comments are somewhat interesting.
If you want to read the comments, go for it.
Well, I like this one. This one made me. Well, there was one that made me laugh. But the liberal stronghold is experiencing an earthquake. That was a good quip. But the one that I fucking it was one. Damn it, I lost the one. Now I got to go down to show more. It was something along the lines of like the Republicans voting demographic is all dying out, and eventually it's just going to be Democrats left, or everybody under 40 is a Democrat. So, and I wanted to pick that one apart, and I can't fucking find it. I know tons of kids. I knew not kids, but like people in their 20s and shit that are like, fuck, like getting sick of the fucking, shit. I know motherfuckers that are, they're older, they're in their 40s, but have been Democrats forever, and they're getting tired of the shit, so.
Okay, well, let's put this in perspective. My grandmother is 96 years old, okay? Mm-hmm. She is what's defined as an old, she and my grandfather both, they joined the Democratic Party when, right after, I think it was before World War II, right after my grandfather got out of the Civilian Conservation Corps, okay? So they joined, and they joined the Democratic Party and became what's known as the Roosevelt Democrats. And unfortunately, there are no more Roosevelt Democrats in the Democratic Party. They're either liberals, socialists, communists, or progressives. There's no more Roosevelt Democrats left. So my grandfather owned guns too, and. Yeah. The point is, Roosevelt Democrats weren't entirely against the Second Amendment. Some of them weren't entirely for it either, but they were kind of split down the middle of that. But when World War II came around, it's let's not take the guns away from the people that could defend the homeland. Let's just go and fight the war instead, like you were supposed to when a war happens. Fight the actual enemy attacking us, not the people within.
This wasn't a homeland until 2011.
Well, regardless, the point is, my grandmother was so pissed off when she saw right after Sandy Hook that they were trying to take away the Second Amendment from the people who use it responsibly, that she's like, you know what, I'm done with the Democratic Party. I'm going to switch my political party to independent because I don't believe in the Democratic Party anymore.
And that's when she started telling Lil Baby Night Strike shall not be infringed.
Shall not be infringed, Night Strike.
No.
Night, don't be infringed.
Anyway, but
Grandma loves you. She'll never infringe on you.
My parents have always been staunch Republicans, so
don't let the bed bugs bite or the government infringe.
Yeah, but shall not be infringed. There we go. But either way, if the older Democrats that are still around are getting sick and disgusted of the Democratic Party, what does that say about the Democratic Party? Is what I was getting at.
Yeah, here's a good one. You guys know why liberals don't eat M&Ms? They're too hard to peel.
Ooh.
That's clever. That's a clever commenter here.
What does that mean? I don't understand.
Peel away the rights?
No, because they try to peel the shell off of the fucking candy because they're retarded.
There you go.
Well, Night Strike, the place where jokes go to die.
I have an image. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it, because I posted it during Match Chat the other night, and the title of the image is The Shrieking Dead. So, here you go.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, all zombies and shit.
Yeah, The Shrieking Dead. Sue Russia, Sue Trump, Sue Kushner, Sue Roger Stone, Sue the Deplorables, Sue John Doe, Sue Elvis. Sue them all. Sue WikiLeaks, Sue Alex Jones, Sue Manafort.
Died 2016.
It's the Hillary campaign. Died 2016.
Hey, that's kind of similar to what she looks like when she didn't have that makeup on for those couple of days after she lost the presidency, and she was.
And when she was falling down those stairs too.
Yeah, but she was. They must have airbrushed her or something like that before then, because she was kind of looking regular Hillary-ish. Not the regular Hillary is great either, but I'm just saying. less zombified.
Right. But I just saw this and I thought that was funny. So there we go.
I'm glad we could fucking wrap this thing up on a smile.
Yeah, there we go. All right. So does anybody else have anything?
I
It's about
got
time
nothing.
for Jimmy's nap.
No, it's about time for the fucking coldest fucking shower that's ever been taken in life. And then go back out. Because it's almost 9 o'clock and that place opens at fucking 9.
What place?
It's like a temp agency that's out there, but it's right down the block. It's literally like 1 minute away from me on 27th Street. But well, in between 27th. But anyway, it's something where you go over there and you just give them like your resume and you give them all their shit, and they pretty much just send it out to fucking every single company that's hiring with anybody that matches your shit. But it ain't a temp agency thing. They're actually hiring people on full time and shit. So
Right on. So, have you been over there before?
no, but I called them yesterday and they told me to just stop on in and fucking I gotta fill out all my paperwork now.
Right on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Jared,
but no, I got nothing.
Jared sent us a meme, so I got to download this to the desktop. And
The Russians.
yeah. Check this out. It's not. Here we go. President Hillary Clinton. Why would Trump, Russia, and WikiLeaks do this? And she's
You're not
the one
screen
who totally
sharing.
did it.
Oh, there
I'm
you are.
screen sharing. There. There you go. Trying to blame it on somebody else.
Oh shit, yeah, before I forget though, that was a good one. But everybody check out earlywatchnation.com. They're gonna be all updated shit either tonight or tomorrow, I'm hoping. And you can see all the active states, and if you want to, you can get a hold of us. You can get a hold of either Early Watch Nation or Early Watch AZ. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. We're trying to build that thing up, so that's all I got.
Hold on. Okay, everyone. Earlywatchnation.com. Check this website out. It's the greatest website ever, we promise.
Yeah, I don't promise shit.
And if you don't like it, well then go and send it to our complaint department. That's the Yankee Marshall at gmail.com.
Yeah, don't bother Tony right now. Wait till he gets a little bit better and then piss him off.
Yes,
how was he doing? I only got to talk to him for like a fucking half a second. Was he doing all right or what?
He's doing all right. It's just he's still in a little pain.
Yeah, I figured that much.
I mean, he jumped in and we talked for like an hour or two before you jumped in. You know, that's why I told you. That's why I was telling you to jump in sooner, because he's, you know.
Well, yesterday you sent me the thing at like 7:30, man, and I was just like freshly out the door at like 7 o'clock. So I was like, fuck, man, I'm not gonna be able to do it. It would have sounded like it sounded earlier today, but the whole show.
Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah, it's all good. We'll probably run one tomorrow and shit too at the same time.
So
7:30, whatever my time is, 10:30 Eastern.
Yeah. So Tony hopefully will be with us. If not, you know, please wish him a fast recovery and all that. And I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow. So all I can say on that note is, should not be infringed.